Hi everyone, I'm Tom and today I'm going to be showing you the folded space organizer for underwater cities and the new Discoveries expansion, which is a big boast. There's a lot of stuff packed in this box. So the actual organizer comes in a box like this. Well, that is actually the box for it. It comes with a load of punch boards for this foam core material that it's foam in the middle and then a sturdier material on the outside. You punch out the things that you need according to your instructions, and it will tell you bit by bit what to punch out of what sheet, how to assemble it together. Definitely check out the Folded Space website for how to build these things, because there's a neat little new trick with putting them together that especially when it's a simpler one that's just, a box, put it all together, fold it all flat, just put the glue out in a big circle and then put it together, rather than the way I used to do it of putting all of these space together. It seems like just a simple little thing, but I've found it saves loads and loads of time. So you assemble all of the pieces bit by bit according to the sheet, and you will end up with this. Lots of little insert pieces just waiting for components. You'll have taller ones like this for, well, you can see it's going to be cards, isn't it? Trays with loads of walls to divide up all the little components. Some you'll just have in the box for setup, some you'll have out on the table to, get the components straight out of. You just slot it all together and you just need PVA glue. Once you have done all that and let it dry, like what I have done, you can fill it up with all of the lovely underwater cities goodies. This is how mine looks at the moment. It's fairly full, but let's see how it all looks when the trays are populated. And there we go. So you've got the cards. You see the trays are a little bit bigger because you can fit sleeve cards in there, although I don't sleeve a lot of my games, so you're just going to have to imagine that. Trays you'd have out on the table for, all of the farms and desalination plants and your credits and your steel plast, all your resources and stuff. Player trays just for your few tokens. There's not that much for each player in the game. And ones for the cities and metropolises that you can have out. Kind of a mixed bag tray there for the round tracker and the brown metropolises and stuff. That's how it all looks in its trays. Does it fit back in the box? Well, if we are talking about, and this is covered when you get the insert, if we're talking about the base game, the boards, the thin player boards from the original game and all of the instructions and stuff, yes, all of that fits pretty much, flush with the top, and that's the kind of lid for the component trays and stuff. So you can just put that on and it sits flush in there. You can feel like on top it's not pressing down at all. I don't know if you get that impression. I could just be faking that pushing down. But because the expansion comes with such a kind of ridiculous amount of extra stuff, yeah, if like me, you haven't got your expansion box anymore, yeah, the lid is going to sit way up, and it needs some extra space in there. Luckily, I've got a Kallax, and the cubes are always too big for the games. Not quite big enough that you could fit another game in there, but you've got a little bit of wiggle room. So I think this will fit in no problem. But if you've got the expansion, you're going to have to decide, do you want to keep your expansion box? Are you happy with the lid sitting on top? But if you haven't got the expansion, you are sorted. But there we go. That is the insert for Underwater Cities from Folded Space. Because they're foam core, they tend to be cheaper and lighter on adding as much weight. But there you go. Hope this has given you some idea of what it's like if you were thinking of organising your underwater cities. And now that it's on your mind, maybe you'd want to watch my playthroughs of Underwater Cities. I did a full 2-player one for the original game, and I did a full solo game when the expansion came out as well. Thank you very much for watching though, and I'll see you for the next game. Bye everyone.